Call ended.
Hello, hello. Where you dialing in from?
From both sides for many, many years. So Katie Malton, along with teams, have to
Guys, if you got some noise in the background, please address it and turn the volume down to 0. Okay, please. Thank you very much.
Cedric and Karen Johnson, Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, welcome to this evening's Zoom meeting, guys. Who else do we have?
Thank you.
Okay, then, great. Who else do we have out there? Guys, we're going to get started shortly here. You definitely want to take some notes because we're going to share some very, very powerful information that's going to really take your business to a whole nother level, guys. So you definitely want to make sure you're in a quiet area, and definitely we're going to get started shortly here. If you just joined our Zoom meeting, please announce your name and where you're calling from.
BJ Brown from Houston, Texas.
Doing? Welcome to this evening's Zoom meeting. I see Houston's in the house. Where else are we calling in from? Outstanding, guys. We're going to get started shortly here. We're allowing our business partners and our guests to log in. We definitely have a special event this evening. We've got some very powerful guests, and I'm telling you guys, you want to get all the information you can. Okay, well, guys, we're going to get started. But before I introduce our speaker this evening, Mr. Jared Wilkins, I would like just to share some very powerful information about him, his background, and what have you. Okay, he's definitely a family man. First and foremost, definitely a family. He has a lovely wife, Miss Portia Wilkins, who calls the shots. Most definitely, yes, she's a real shot caller. And they have a very beautiful daughter, Chandler Wilkins. Okay, Mr. Wilkins has reached the level of presidential diamond in our company in record time. Okay, this simply means that he has helped a lot of families. He's helped a lot of families with their health and their finances. And he's definitely documented in all this industry's magazines and what have you. And Mr. Wilkins has built organizations all over the world, in Australia, Thailand, Mexico, South Africa, England, and other countries. Mr. Wilkins is leading our team with the mission of build it for your last name. And he's gonna express and expand on that a little bit more, but it involves us leaving a legacy and inheritance for our families. Very, very powerful. So ready or not, here he comes, and you can't hide. Mr. Wilkins, are you on the line, sir?
I am here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Mr. Beasley, for that introduction. I'm definitely excited about tonight's webinar, and not only for those of you that are listening, but also those of you that are watching here on the Zoom and watching right there on Facebook. So for those of you watching on Facebook, hello to every single one of you. For those of you that are on Zoom, you want to start your parties, start your watch parties on Facebook so that each and every one of the people that are connected to you can really hear and see from these two esteemed gentlemen that I have the distinct honor of sharing this platform this evening with. But as Mr. Beasley said, number one, I want to say congratulations to him. Double diamond in the company. For those of you that do not know what that is, just means that you've really impacted the lives of several people through our business, and you have become an example of what's possible when it comes to success in our company. You know, on average, a double diamond is earning in excess of $4,000 a month on average. Some are earning $10,000 to $15,000 a month, and you'll see that on our income disclosure statement here that I'll share in a moment. But you know, this call, I say it'll last about 25 to maybe 30 minutes in total length. I've got some special guests with me. I know many of you are starting your watch parties that are going to really share their experiences when it comes to It Works. You know, my wife and I, as you heard Mr. Beasley say, we've been involved in this profession of direct sales, direct marketing for the better part of 10 years, really 16 years this August. And it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a privilege, and it's been a joy, not without its pains and not without its growing pains, but it's been awesome. You know, I will tell you, our first 6 years, we didn't earn a lot of money. We didn't even earn $100,000 combined in our first 6 years. But over the last decade, my wife and I have been completely financially independent, not had to work for anybody, fill out a resume for a job or any of those things. Not that we're against them, but we've been very fortunate and blessed to earn millions of dollars in commissions and bonuses as a result of network marketing compensations plans. But, you know, in 2015, some things changed for us in an interesting way. I tell people all the time that, you know, the one guarantee that I can give you when it comes to life is that it will change. All of us know that and have experienced that. And we were going through a place or a position that I call transition. I define transition as that place in life where you say, I don't necessarily know where I'm going, but I do know where I can no longer stay. And I never forget being on the floor of my wife's office in tears, crying, saying, God, I really need for you to show me exactly and precisely what you want us to do with the rest of our life. And that's when this vision came to me of build it for your last name. And I didn't know what it all meant at that time or the meaning of it, or how it would develop into what it's become today all over the world. But I ran downstairs and I told my wife, baby, starting in 2016, we are going to build it for our last names. And ladies and gentlemen, as a result of that, what we started to do is look for the perfect vehicle that would align with our vision, because I knew there are people like me all around the world that had what I called passion projects that they'd always wanted to pursue, or even purpose work that they had been called to do, but they didn't have the time, they didn't have the money, they didn't have the experience to go out and accomplish those dreams and goals. And so what we did is we said, okay, let's find the vehicle that we're going to leverage and utilize to make these visions come into reality. And now what I want to talk about is what we've been doing since we discovered this. I want to talk to you about It Works Global. You know, this company is absolutely phenomenal. It's a juggernaut in terms of a business. It's sought after all around the world by people that have been able to partner with our company over the last 20 years. You know, this company was founded by Mark and Cindy Pentecost. You know, Mark Pentecost was a high school basketball coach and a school teacher. His wife was a stay-at-home mom, and they got involved in this profession in the early 90s just to earn an additional stream of income. He was looking for an extra $500 per month. And as a result of that decision, they went on to become multimillionaires working with another company. And in 2001, they actually founded the company It Works Global. You know, you look at our executive team here, they have years, decades of successful experience in business. Year to date, we've generated over $6 billion in revenues. We're open in more than 20 countries around the world, and we're focused on leadership attraction. We're family-owned, faith-based, as well as debt-free. You know, I want to talk a little bit about our products that we market here. You know, before I share that, I want to bring on one of my partners just to really have him share his professional background, how in the world he was introduced to It Works Global, why he and his lovely wife chose to partner with our company. I'm talking about none other than my good friend, Chad. You know, Chad, why don't you come on and, you know, take about a minute or two and share with everybody why It Works and why now, and what this experience has been like since you and your wife have been partnering with the company here.
Yeah, definitely. So my name's Chad Kneller. And first of all, thanks for inviting me on to share just a little bit here. Been with It Works for 7.5 years now, full time for about 6 years. And I was an Army officer before It Works, thought I'd do 20 years in the military. 2012, I deployed to Afghanistan. And on my way home, I decided I didn't want to do another 9 years. And so I was really open. I got home on Christmas Eve, and then we went to our first It Works conference, January 2013, and I just saw the big picture. I'd been involved in the industry before with 4 separate different companies. I'd gone to events with all those different companies, and I just knew when I went to that first conference with It Works that this company was something special. I felt like it was a come as you are, but leave better type of company. And I just loved that from the beginning of it. And it's changed my wife and I's life, and we've been able to change thousands of other lives through the process. So it's just a huge blessing that if you're even watching this, just the fact that someone introduced you to this means they care a lot about you. And so I hope you're ready to take some notes.
Absolutely. You know, it's amazing that you talk about that because, you know, I was the same way when we looked at this company and we had our preconceived notions that, you know, It Works is just a company with a bunch of women selling wraps. And that's exactly what it's been for the last decade. But things are pivoting, and I'm seeing so many different men getting involved in the company as well as couples. And it's really been a joy to be a part of and really to see how it's all unfolding. I'm going to go back out to John in a second here, but I want to talk about what we're doing now as a company. I want to have a conversation about coffee. You know, I don't want to talk about the coffee business, but before I bring on my good friend John, I want to talk about the business of coffee. You know, a lot of times people don't understand there's a dynamic, there's a difference here. In that, when you look at the business of coffee, I want to talk about the economics, meaning coffee is the most widely consumed beverage on the planet today. The only thing that is more consumed than coffee, ladies and gentlemen, is water. It just so happens that in order to make a pot of coffee, guess what you got to use? Water. Outside of that, there's no other beverage more consumed than coffee. Here's something John will probably echo. Coffee is the second highest traded commodity after oil on Wall Street. That means I want you to put on your business hats for a second here. We're talking about the business of coffee. Do you know what would happen if we removed oil from the planet today? It would be World War III. Well, I want you to imagine what would happen if they removed coffee, meaning people could, you know, we know people that say, don't talk to me until I've had my first cup of coffee. I'm not a nice person until I had my first cup of coffee. Well, that is the business of coffee. I want you to understand how this works. More than 400 billion cups are served every single year with no signs of slowing down. Americans drink 146 billion cups of coffee every single year. Europe has the largest market of coffee drinkers on the planet, representing 30% of the global coffee market, which is very important because it works as a global company. We've got a corporate facility headquarters in Dublin, Ireland. And so we've got European markets that are open, whether it be France, Germany, all over the European markets, because that's really what's happening in business. Business has now forced entrepreneurs to become global. You build local, but you think global. When you look at it, 2 out of every 3 Canadians drink coffee every day. 40% of college students 18 to 24 drink coffee every single day. Millennials, people that are born from 1982 to 2000, consume 44% of coffee in the United States, and the entire country of Australia is estimated to drink an average of 1 to 3 cups of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that coffee is not on trial. You look at a small company called Folgers. Many people don't know that Folgers is not just a coffee brand, it's somebody's last name. The gentleman that invented Folgers, the Folgers brand, invented it in 1850. That's 1850, and his name was James Folgers. And now listen to me. He convinced millions of people around the world that the best part of waking up is what? Folgers in your cup. And millions of people still drink Folgers coffee every single day, hundreds of years later. You look at Starbucks. How many of us have been to Starbucks, right? You go in there, and what do you pay for a cup of coffee? You know, $39.95, right? That's what people are paying for coffee. But Starbucks got started after Folgers, 1971, and they innovated it. They made coffee, you know, sexy. They put it in different cups and called it, opposed to calling it a large, they called it a grande. And people were willing to pay more money with a little frosting on there. A cup of coffee that would cost 5 cents to create, they would sell a cup for $3 and $4 and $5, and that's why they generate billions of dollars in revenue every single year right now. I want to swing the call over to my good friend, Mr. John Akala. You know, John, I invited him on because, number one, he's the second highest paid person in all of It Works Global 2019, he and his lovely wife. And that's saying a lot, but what's also saying something that's even more impactful than that is the fact that they've got so many other people that are part of our top 150 earners. Many of them are 6-figure-a-year earners. Many of these people are Millionaire Club members, but I invited John on because he lends a unique perspective when it comes to the It Works business, from the inside out and from the outside in. So John, why don't you come on and share with everybody your background professionally, why it works, what this experience has been for you and your wife, and this direction that we're going in with coffee, or being in the business of coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Jay, for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. And hello to everyone who's on. You're on a Thursday night. It means you're change your family's life and a lot of other lives along the way. So thanks for everyone. But, you know, we found It Works 5.5 years ago. So we've been with It Works for 5.5 years. And we stumbled upon the business because my wife had just had her first baby. And like Jared said earlier, it was a wrap company back then. And my wife wanted to fit into that last pair of jeans, and she just couldn't do it. She tried some other products from different companies and different things, but it was the wrap that ultimately worked for her. And so it comes at an interesting time, especially this call, because 5.5 years ago, I could here and there with the business. I could be behind the scenes. I could do, a little motivational speech before and after her calls and things like that. But from a male perspective, it wasn't the easiest business to talk about. But as the business has evolved over the past years, I mean, through our keto line and through all the things that we've brought on, and now coffee. I mean, goodness, if you can't talk to someone about coffee, you're just antisocial. That's the problem, that you just don't want to talk to anyone, because everybody either can talk coffee. Either they love it or they don't. And if they don't, we have another product called chai tea too. So if they don't like coffee, they typically like tea. And so this is a huge shift for the business. But I'll tell you what this business has done for is weirdly enough, I actually went to college to coach basketball and teach math. Sound familiar, right? With our CEO, who that's what he started to do. And I got into my student teaching and I said, there's no way I'll wind up in jail because I'm going to kill a kid, get in that classroom. And they mouthed off one time. So the Lord took me a different direction. But I've worked on Wall Street for the last 11 years. And that's why Jared was alluding to the commodity market and how coffee is the second largest commodity in the world. And, I've been on Wall Street for 11 years. And I'll tell you what, I've grown to love more and more about this business is if you've never been in network marketing, on Wall Street, we say we eat what you kill. You eat what you kill. And what that means is the work you put in will be the feast that you have that night. And the between network marketing and corporate America still in, and it's been a blessing. But the beauty about this industry is that if you choose to wake up every day and do something to change your life and the life of your team and the life of your family, you will reap a reward in 30 days, come payday that next month. It's so crazy, Jerry, me on this call right now. And I got to be real careful what I say because we're on Facebook and the beauty of social media. But I can honestly say that right now, Wall Street's taking a huge hit. Bonuses are down 40, 50% across Wall Street. To be fully transparent, mine was down 25% last year to this year in my bonus. And you know who made that decision, Jared? The company, my managers, other people. They dictated what they deemed my value was for the last 12 months. Did I work less? No. Did I work just as hard? Absolutely. I work harder. Yeah, actually I did. Did I put in more hours? Yeah, actually I did. But the fact is, in that business model, you have other people dictating what you will be paid. What I've learned with my wife and through this business and through the structure of this business is that I can't become number 2 within my firm in America in 5.5 years. Not going to happen. But I can do it in this beautiful thing we call direct sales. If we wake up every day, we go to work, we reach people, we change people's lives, and guess what? The compensation plan follows. And you know what? We're number 2, 5.5 years later. Why? Not because we had some huge network or because somebody or because we were in the good old boys club or what you want to call it. It's because in this industry, you eat what you kill. You show up every day, you reap a benefit. And when you talk coffee, you talk about a product that millions and millions of people are consuming, and it's not just black coffee. It's curbing appetite. Do your homework on nootropics. And I mean, they call that a brain drug. And I tell you, the first time you drink this stuff, like I called Sherry the first time I had it, I got more done in the first 45 minutes of my day than I had ever gotten done in my life, because this stuff is like a drug when you start taking it in the morning. It curbs your appetite. It increases your metabolism. It does all the things people want to do, and it's doing it inside something they're already consuming. And so we are in a perfect time and a perfect season for this company, and you have a perfect compensation plan and ensure that you can be successful if you want to be successful. And so it's changed our lives. There's layoffs going on right now on Wall Street. Guess what? If for some reason the Lord said, John, you're done on Wall Street, you know what changes for me and my family? I'm just home a little bit more. because my plan A, being my degree, finance, street, became our plan B. And our plan B, being it works, is now our A. And so it really doesn't matter what happens with my corporate job, because this job has taken the place of that. And, you know, if the person sees this, they're probably going to fire me tomorrow because they're like, oh, you don't need this. You know what I'm saying? But no. But I'm just telling you, this business can change your life. It can offer you hope and freedom. And what you hear tonight could be the very thing you've been looking for if you're willing to take the steps, put in the work, and do the things that you're being trained to do.
Absolutely. You know, John, you hit a lot of things on the head, and it's amazing what's taking place with people, professionals and non-professionals all around the world, being attracted to It Works. You alluded to both of the lines of coffee we have, as well as our keto tea. We've got a skinny brew coffee, which is a fat burning coffee blend, ladies and gentlemen. It burns body fat, increases your metabolism. It has 6 brain boosting ingredients known to increase motivation, concentration, and alertness. You heard John allude to it, calling it nootropics. Go and Google that. It is a brain food. I'm telling you, it has you sharper than a tack. It's incredible. Then, of course, we have our keto line of coffee, which supports a low carb ketogenic lifestyle, helps you stay sharp, focused, and in a good mood, fights off hunger cravings as well. And then from the minority of people that do not drink coffee, guess what? We've got a keto tea. We don't have a regular tea. It's not a Lipton tea. It's not just a detox tea. This is a keto tea, meaning it is a chai tea. Ladies and gentlemen, chai tea is bougie tea. It's rich people tea, okay? So I want you to understand it tastes phenomenal and does so many great things in your body as well. But when you look at our products, I want you to understand that they're products that are in demand. These are products that people want, need, and can afford. In other words, we've got about 50, what I call coffee complements, 50 other products that fall under our beauty, weight loss, and nutritional lines. We've got an illuminating facial creams that we came out with exclusive partnership with Dr. Nassif from the show Botched. I mean, he designed these products. People love them. We've got our Thermophyte X. I know my wife, she lost 30 pounds within her first 90 days of utilizing this product. Then we've got our Super Greens line, our nutrition line that we do have. These are just products, and the person that invited you to take a look at this information, they will let you see their website where you can look at and research all of these products here, because they are designed to help you lose up to 31 pounds in 90 days, control your carbs and block fat from food, detox, balance, and alkalize your body, tighten tone, and firm the skin, replenish and restore your youthful glow, and so much more. These are some of the before and after pictures. This is what I love really about It Works. The fact that, you know what, these products here, they work for all types of people and have been working for decades now. We've got proof positive results of people that have actually gotten great results. Now, I want to shift gears and talk about some money. I want to talk about how you get compensated in our company. You know, we get paid 7 different ways inside of It Works, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to go so deep into all of them, but there are a couple of things I want to give you before I bring on Chad here. Number one, I want you to write this down. Number one, in the last 7 years, It Works has produced hundreds of millionaire club members. These are people that have gone out through this compensation plan and literally become millionaires inside of It Works. Number two, 90% of our top income earners, our top 150 or more, 90% of them, It Works is their first company in the network marketing profession. They didn't have experience. They didn't bring over teams. They've never done anything like this before. They've never been in sales. They've never been in marketing in terms of the network marketing profession. So 90% have never done this before, and they're 6-figure earners. Some of them multiple 6-figure earners, or even $1 million a year earners. Number three, 96% of these people are women. In most industries, women are fighting to get paid the equivalent of what a man gets paid doing the same job. Inside of It Works, 96% of the top earners have been women. And number four, as of last count, we have over 60,000 people that have earned, as of last month, over $500 or more in commissions. I remember hearing the CEO talk about that. I was like, wow, over 60,000 people got paid over $500 or more for the month. Ladies and gentlemen, this compensation plan works in a very, very unique way. I want to now talk about the first way we get paid here. It's called the retail commission model. That's the first way. You know, retail is keeping the difference between the wholesale price point, which you have access to all of our products through your state-of-the-art website for, and the retail price, which a customer will purchase the products for. Ladies and gentlemen, we will set you up with your own state-of-the-art website. You send people to that site, they order the product, it works, will ship the product to them, but pay you the difference. It's up to 40% paid every single month. The second way you're going to get paid is through the loyal customer program. A loyal customer has access to all of our products for wholesale. They set up an account for free. It's completely free to set it up. There's no requirement to set it up either. We used to have them give a 3 months commitment, but starting in January, we did away with that. So they get wholesale pricing on any one of the products. And you know what? You get paid 15% on every single one of the orders that they make as a loyal customer. We're backed by our loyal customer support team. We've nicknamed it Utopia. And the purpose of that support team is to really interface and interact with your customers, whereas they share with them new products that we have. They answer questions, they email them to make sure that they're getting the desired results that they want from their for their goals and for their bodies within our products. The third way you're going to get paid is the fast start bonus. And ladies and gentlemen, this is paid every single week that you qualify. I tell people you get paid weekly, W-E-E-K-L-Y, not W-E-A-K-L-Y. There's a big, big difference. Now, when you enroll a new distributor into our company that enrolls their first 2 loyal customers within their first month of getting started, It Works will pay you a $50 commission for that happen. If that distributor goes out and acquires 4 loyal customers within a 30-day period of time, you make $100 in a fast start bonus. If that distributor acquires 6 loyal customers within their first 30 days, you will earn $150 when that takes place. What I love so much about the third way that we get paid, ladies and gentlemen, is there's no limit to the amount of people you can refer to our company. You know, I want to bring back Chad on real quick. And, you know, Chad, I don't know if you're excited about this app that we just released about a week ago, our sampling app. I know you and Jaree do a lot of things online and market online as well, but talk about this app and talk about the power of this compensation plan here.
Man, this app is a game changer. I mean, we have people in, you know, just the last couple of weeks that have made hundreds and hundreds of dollars profit with just samples. So you and I know that sometimes someone will want to become a customer right away. They'll want to become a distributor right away. But then sometimes people are going to want to just try it, right? Going to try a sample. So the company came up with 3-day sampler packages. And I love this because we can get them for as little as $1. We can literally, if you use your product rewards that it was shown on the last slide here, every time you sign 2 loyal customers, you get a product reward that allows you to get 4 3-day sampler packs for just $19. That's what you're able to get it for. Now, if you sold each of those 4 each one of those sampler packs for $20, that means you make $80 back. That's just 4 people who give you $20. You make $80 back. You made a $60 profit by just finding 4 people that want to try a 3-day sample. That's ridiculous, because here's why: is your average person that joins this company, they're looking for an extra $300 to $500 a month, just like Jared alluded to earlier. And so if you can help someone make $200 to $300 just in cash through samples, and they can make that cash daily and weekly, then that's an exciting place to be. So, you know, this sampler, it's a game changer. I mean, I know one girl on our team, she's made over $400 in profit in sample cash just since conference. So what we know is samples turn into customers, and customers turn into distributors, and you're making cash along the way. And I'll tell you this, someone in I know of a couple people in the company, back with wraps, when wraps were big, they would just sell wraps for cash. And I know 2 people that bought brand new cars with a bag. Can you imagine going in to the dealership with a bag of cash, you know, and you're just like, boom, you know, here's my 50, what can I get for 50,000 cash, right? And so you can literally take those samples and go earn as much cash as you want. And I think people are going to make a lot more from the coffee cash than they even made from the wrap cash. So that's going to be really, really exciting.
You know what? I agree. We're gonna have people showing up, John. I don't know how corporate or how professional this is. We're gonna have people count out they're gonna count out $100,000 in one. And have car salesmen upset, but it'll be a big commission payday. But you know, that's exciting. You look at some of the other ways that we get paid. And I won't go into very much detail on them, but I know we've got leaders from around the world looking at this. But, you know, we've got some big income here. That's why we've created as a company so many millionaire club members. You know, the fourth, fifth, and sixth way, we'll talk about this offline with those of you that have big goals. And I'm talking those of you that want to get to $20,000 a month, $20,000 a week, or even $20,000 every couple of days. We've got people been able to accomplish that inside of It Works. You'll see that on our income disclosure statement in a second here. But, you know, this structure of bonuses that are paid out are for big thinkers and big doers, visionary leadership as well. Then we've got our leadership incentives and bonuses. The beautiful thing about working with a large corporation that's established is that we don't have to penny pinch. This is not a Mickey Mouse operation. You know, the Pentecost family that has founded this company, they've got assets, you know, the Pentecost Ranch, the 100-acre island. The ranch is 5,000 acres. We've got the state-of-the-art office right there on the marina in Bradenton, Florida. We've got a corporate plane. This is us on the corporate plane. We've got, you know, a helicopter, all types of good things that we do have as a company. And what's beautiful is that you and your team, as you start matriculating through the progression of ranks in our company, you have access to these things. Now, we're not knocking companies that do things on Carnival Cruise Line and all of those fun, exciting things. But man, we've got assets as a company, whereas guess what? You can utilize these things with you and your team. And that's what's fun. You know, our philosophy and culture as a company is friendship, fun, and freedom. And so it's not lonely at the top when you do things the right way with the people that you care about and people you're excited about. Now, on top of all of that, and John, I'm gonna bring you back in on this in a second here. We've got the more bonuses going on right now. So any person that gets started with our company between January and March, they can qualify to earn these bonuses. It's over $125,000 in bonuses. This is on top of the compensation plan you just saw. This is in addition to the compensation plan you just saw. Ladies and gentlemen, you get to Diamond. That's a $15,000 bonus. Let me put this or quantify that message. As a Diamond, you and your team generate $8,000 in revenues for the month between you and your entire team. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a bonus of $15,000 on the table. Double Diamond, it's only $15,000 in revenues for the month between you and your entire team. And guess what? You get a $20,000 bonus once you advance to this level. Now, these levels are all simultaneous, meaning once you earn one, it doesn't disqualify you from the other, or you don't lose the other one because you get the triple. Guess what? You can earn each and every single one of these bonuses coming in every single month as you matriculate through the compensation plan. And here's the beautiful part about that, ladies and gentlemen. This is an addition to the compensation plan. So we tell people, you set the goal, we'll help you hit it. Anywhere from $50 to $24,000 a month. These are things that are average incomes within our company, and you can get there. You've got a couple of ways to get involved with our company. You can either become a loyal customer. This is designed for the person that says, the business sounds great, but I at least want to try the products first before I want to promote anything. Well, become a loyal customer. It's free to set up the account. You go in there, you can order whatever products you want at the wholesale cost versus retail. Company will ship it to you. And guess what? You can start getting experience within with our products within your body. Then, of course, the second way is what I call to become a distributor. This is for somebody that wants to start earning income with It Works. It's only $99 to start your business here. And the person that invited you onto this webinar, they may have some special codes that they can share with you to discount that from $99 down to $69. This is a one-time startup cost to get started in the business. You receive wholesale pricing on products. You can earn some extra money here as well. The beautiful thing about getting started is that we set your state-of-the-art website up, your e-commerce site where you send people to go make purchases. We set your virtual office assistant up as well, your mobile apps. All of those things are covered for your first 30 days for free under that $99 distributor kit. You are in business right away. Now, let me say this to you as well. After you get started, you want to get going, right? It's no different than opening up a McDonald's franchise. You're going to need some burgers. You're going to need some fries, some salad, some lettuce, and whatever else they sell in there, right? Same thing inside of It Works. You're going to need some products. So I highly suggest and recommend you boost your pack and save. What do I mean by boost your pack? When you boost your pack, this is a one-time startup cost of $299. The company will allow you to save on the distributor kit. So they will waive the $99. So you pay one-time startup cost for your business, $299. You get all of these products that are listed. You get up to 8 different products, a month supply of each. So you get the ultimate body applicator, or that crazy wrap thing. You get the facials, you get the keto energy, the keto coffee, the Thermophyte X, some of the facials, the cleanse, our BFF, which is our version of a protein shake. You also get the hydrate product, which is our version of Gatorade without all of the sugar. So you have all of that is set up for you with this package. This is designed for the person that wants to get started and get going fast to start making some money. And then we've got the ultimate results pack. It's a one-time outlay of capital of $589. You get up to 10 different products, a month supply of them. And this is really designed for the big thinker and visionaries that see themselves as being one of the top executives and people in our company. These are the individuals that want to get to that 6-figure a year mark, Millionaire Club members as well within It Works. You know, before I talk about locking in your spot, I want to bring back on John to kind of share, you know, this compensation plan. I know we've talked about it at great length tonight, but John, why don't you talk about, you know, living the compensation plan? It's one thing to talk about it. I know you said you and the wife have been involved with the company for only 5.5 years, and you guys are the number 2 earners in this company right now. Talk about some of the experiences that this compensation plan has been able to provide for you and your family.
When you think about life changing, it does come. I mean, it comes down to the compensation plan Jared just laid out. You know, we started this business because we wanted another $80 a month to get our kids into dance class, and so we didn't know what this compensation plan was until about 2 years in. A light bulb went on that as to what we had our hands. So it doesn't matter if you want to make $80 a month or you want to make $80,000 a month. It can be done. And I can honestly say that it can be done with this compensation plan. We have gone from living life paycheck to paycheck, you know, more month than money at times, to, you know, now, I mean, geez, where do I start? You know, when someone has a need, we're able to meet that need. We put it on our dream board to give 6 figures to our church. And, you know, we've been this close thus far to check that off. I think it might happen this year. You know, we've been able to help family members out. We've been able to bring, you know, to sponsor kids in other countries because of this amazing opportunity called It Works. Chad's joking about walking in with, you know, cash to a dealership and buying a car. When Sherry hit double diamond, we, quote unquote, for the most part, we didn't have ones, we didn't have cash, but we got that car. And of course I put it on credit just to get the best deal. They thought they'd lock me in. And you know what I did? I went home and I made one payment on that brand new car. It's the first car we had ever our entire life. And we got to do that because of this business. You know, what money does is, you know, I think I remember who said it, money can't buy happiness, but I'd sure love to find out, or something like that. Money can't buy happiness, but I can tell you what it will always bring you. It will bring you options and it will bring you freedom. And if you're living day by day, just barely making it, you need something like that. And the reason I say that is because when you look at this business, it's $99 to start. For some of you that were invited on here, they may have coupon codes, $69 to start. I just want you to think for a moment, what other business out there can you start for less than $100? Please tell me the answer to that question. There is not one. You can say, oh, I'm going to start a boutique. Okay, good luck. You're going to be 6 figures in debt by the time the doors open. I'm going to open that shop. Good. You're going to be 6 figures in debt before that open. No, I'm going to start this. You will go into debt 10 times out of 10 whenever you're starting a business. When you start this business, It Works. The most amazing thing is you will pay $99. You can sell the 7 samples. You get 3 digital and 4, I said 7 samples that you get 3 digital and 4 physical. Sell those off for $20. It's easy math. You paid $100, you sell your samples, you get $140 back. Guess what? You have just started a business and got paid to do it. Please, please, please Tell me one other business that you can do that in. You can't. This business, when I trade stocks, I always say I'm looking for the opportunity with zero risk and the possibility of reward. That's what this is. You have the opportunity to start your own legitimate at-home business for under $100. In fact, make $40 instantly if you sell your samples. And guess what that is? Zero risk. And what if it is the thing to change your life? We would not be where we are today. We would not be able to give the way that we do, not be able to take trips with our family the way we do. We would not be able to say yes to our kids the way that we do if it wasn't for this business. And this is a guy who has worked on Wall Street for 11 years saying that it is because of this business, not that business, we've been able to live a life of freedom and a life. And the best part is we have been able to bring hundreds of moms home to their kids. We've been able to see hundreds of people pay off all of their debt. We've been able to see hundreds of people make hundreds of thousands in this company. We had, I don't know, 5 to 10, I can't even remember because it's been a few weeks, in the top 150 in this company, not because we have some little trick up our sleeve, but it's because we found something we believe in, we found a company that we believe in, and we showed up every day. And this might just be the answer for you. And it sure has been the answer for us. And we're not done. We have seen what the Lord can do in the last 5.5 years. So who are we to think that it can't be that much in the next 5.5 years? And so we just feel started, and we want to bring as many people along with us. And that is the heart of this company. Jared and Portia, that's the heart of Chad and Jeree, that's the heart of John and Sherry Lynn, is that we see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that we are better together, seeing thousands of lives change, because when good people have good resources, good change happens. And so that's been the story of our journey at work. So long-winded, Jared, but that's what I got for you, man.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, and it's definitely needed. I know the people that are listening, it's resonating because it's real. You're an example of what's taking place all over the world with people saying yes to It Works. And one of the things I always tell people is lock in your spot. You know, the person that invited you tonight, they only have 3 teams of business that they're going to build all the way to the top of our comp plan, which is called ambassador. And so once those positions have been secured, everybody else they bring into the organization can potentially fall below you, and you get paid a commission check every single month from the loyal customers and distributor orders that fall down below you, as long as you are an active, qualified distributor. So I highly recommend lock in your spot, whether it's for $99. I always tell people get started at the position that's comfortable and nervous. So if $99 is too comfortable, don't start there. Start at the $299. If $299 is too comfortable, don't start there. Start at the $589. Stretch your faith, stretch yourself, and position yourself to start making some money right away. Here's our income disclosure statement. I told you I would show it to you because I talked about a lot of money tonight. But you know what I love about It Works is we put it all out there. You know, the incomes that are being earned at every single one of the ranks on average monthly, the lows and the highs. You can see exactly at every different level what's being earned. So it's no guesswork. You don't need to verify, oh, people making money. This is turned into the IRS from It Works every single year because this is a real company, legitimate business as well. And so many people are benefiting from it as well. So, you know, with closing remarks, you know, Chad, I want to swing it over to you. You know, any closing remarks you want to give over the next 30, 45 seconds before we wrap up here?
Yeah, I just want to say, if you're here now, you're here for a reason. And, you know, so many people come in this business and they think, you know, why not? Right? Why not me? Why not give it a shot? You have nothing to lose. You got everything to gain. I know for me, my wife can't even go into Target without coming out with, you know, spending 100 or 200 or sometimes $500, right? So worst case scenario, you get the kit and you have some great products to try and you don't really do anything with it. Best case scenario, you change your life. And so I'll just tell you, for us, you know, what was really, really crazy is that my goal in life was as an Army officer, was to make it to 6 figures. And I worked my butt off day in, day out for that. And when we started this business, I had a way to keep working full-time on my job, but I found a way to start working part-time on our fortune. And we went to work part-time on our fortune. And after our first full year in 2013 of It Works, we had already made multiple 6 figures. And I was able to walk away from the military, and we've made multiple 6 figures plus every single year since. And this business will do it for you. I was in 4 other businesses before this. We could never get past $2,500, $3,000 a month. And with It Works, boom, it was the right company for us. And I believe it's the right company for you. So I just appreciate you, Jared, for giving me a chance to share a little bit on here, and hopefully it helps somebody.
I appreciate you for being on, Chad and John. And you know what I would suggest, ladies and gentlemen, is get back with the person that invited you onto this webinar tonight. Let's get any and all of your questions answered as it relates to what it is that you saw. But most importantly, I highly recommend and strongly suggest you lock in a position at the very top of their organization so you can benefit from what's going to take place anyway. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, John, Akala. Thank you, Chad, for being on as well. Appreciate each and every one of you for dialing in. Thank you, Mr. Perry Beasley, for hosting the call this evening. With that, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. God bless your families. And God most certainly bless your dreams. Goodbye, everybody.